Alrighty, good morning everyone. Meteorologist Michael Wilhite here with Southern Indiana Weather. Thanks for logging on to this latest long range update. It is Saturday, March 21st, 2015, 10:55 a.m. Eastern Time. And we've got a gorgeous day coming up today. We're sponsored today by High Voltage Mobile DJ Services. Give Nathan a call, 630-9465. You can see their email address there as well. Be sure to visit them on the web at djhighvoltage.com. They have a fantastic mobile stage, folks. Anytime you need a DJ, they are the one you want to call. Give them a call, folks, and tell them that Southern Indiana Weather sent you. All right, let's go back to satellite and radar here into motion. Rain down to our south today. That's going to stay entirely to our south. I'll show you that on future radar in a second. But we got some high clouds that'll sort of blow off into us today. Now we're going to warm up nicely today. It's not going to be a gloomy type of cloudy day with the low clouds like we saw yesterday. We never really did just get to see some sunshine in the afternoon, and like my forecast had called for, I'll admit I blew that. Really thought that we would see some sun yesterday afternoon, at least later in the afternoon. That didn't happen. We didn't clear out until later in the overnight hours. Things just moved a little slower. Today, if you go outside and look, though, we got some bright sunshine. Beautiful, mostly sunny skies right now. We'll have some high clouds that'll move in later today, but not bad. And really, these are just some of those high, thin cirrus clouds that are sort of blowing in off the storm complex down to our south. Nothing major here to really worry about. Just a beautiful sky. In fact, we're already into the upper 40s across the area, even some low 50s starting to show up, and those temperatures are only going to rise as we head throughout the day. There's the rain to our south. Again, let me just show you here, nothing to worry about today. If you've got travel plans down to the south, say down around Kentucky-Tennessee border and on south, well, that's where the rain's going to end up, but not for us. Next chance of rain for us will come on Monday. In fact, future radar ends here at about 1 in the afternoon on Monday. And you can see a little mess coming down here from central Illinois. By the time it gets us, well, you can see here, it looks like there's maybe a little bit of sleet starting to mix in up here. By the time it gets to us, we would have no concern about that. We'll easily be in the 50s by that time. Nothing for us, and it looks like it'll probably break apart really before it hits to us. Maybe more of an isolated chance of a shower there on Monday. Not a big chance, really, until you hit into Wednesday. Wednesday will be a much different story. Let me show you that. Here on the latest GFS model, let's get an idea. We are entering into a little bit more of an active period over the next couple of weeks. Things have been fairly slow in the weather department. That's about to change. In fact, we've got temperatures that will be so warm, I think we might even run the risk for some thunderstorms. We'll talk about that in a second. Here's the rain moving down to our south. Isolated rain chance there, as you can see on Monday. Nothing too big for us. It sort of falls apart. As you move into your Tuesday and Tuesday night, here you go with more rain, and then by the time Wednesday comes, notice you've got a strong low pressure up to our north and a trailing cold front right about there. As that cold front moves through, in fact, temperatures on Wednesday will soar to near 70 degrees. There's a good chance that we could end up getting some thunderstorms out of this. Now, severe weather possible with this? Well, maybe not. Now, on Tuesday, the Storm Prediction Center has already outlined a portion to our west for the chance of severe weather. By the time you get into us, though, for where the storm would affect us, they're just saying the potential is too low, and I would agree with that at this point. The potential is there, but it's too low to really outline a risk region for severe weather at this point. Temperatures will certainly be something to be reckoned with, but I think cloud cover that we see on Wednesday is really going to limit our severe potential. Let's look at the numbers just really quickly on this. Haven't had to pull one of these graphics out for a while because we haven't had severe weather to deal with, but if you followed us before, you'll know what we're looking at here is winds in the atmosphere. Specifically, we're looking at winds at about 18,000 feet up into the atmosphere. Here we are in Indiana, right here where my mouse cursor is, and we got 60 and maybe even 50 and 60 knot winds moving over us. So plenty of wind energy to support some organized severe weather development up there. All right. As we take a look at moisture as well, if we just take a look at the dew points, plenty of moist air coming up from the south, being pumped up that cold front. In fact, dew points in the 50s, pushing 60 around the region. That's enough to support some thunder for sure. So, and whether we get widespread thunderstorms or not, or whether it's just widespread rain with some embedded thunder here and there, still I think there's a good chance that we'll see some thunderstorms on Wednesday at this point. The data supports it. However, as we go into our instability factors, let's take a look at CAPE, convective available potential energy. Almost non-existent. very limited instability for us around the area, and that's going to really limit the amount of severe weather. If severe weather were to occur along the cold front, probably be down here in Texas and Arkansas where you have a better chance of instability. With it keeping so cloudy on Wednesday, that's really going to hold us in check. So it doesn't look like severe weather going to be a big factor for us at this point. I would agree with the Storm Prediction Center that the potential is too low. Of course, if things change over the coming days, we'll keep you updated. But right now, not a huge risk, but some heavy rain could potentially come in with that. I could see another inch, inch and a half of rain coming in with this, along with some thunder. Just be a nice little garden variety type of a storm day potentially. We'll see. Either way, that moves out of there, and then look at this. By the time Thursday night into Friday comes, the GFS is actually wanting to bring us a chance of some wet snowflakes. Now, this wouldn't stick. We're going to only go down to our low in the mid 30s, but it's troubling that it shows this. But I just want to show you here really quickly. If you switch over to the GEM model, the Canadian model, it actually says rain and heavy rain for that particular time frame rather than snow. A little bit of disagreement in the data right now. And the GEM is a little bit warmer on our temperatures, but not much, maybe around 40 or so. So, regardless, there is a slight chance of a rain or a snow mix. This is something that the GFS has been consistently showing, at least off and on. I guess it's not real consistent, but it has been showing this off and on, I should say, for the past few days. So something we'll take note of. We'll word it in the forecast of a slight chance of rain or snow mix, but I would err towards the side of caution and say it's probably going to end up being rain. We'll mention it right now. Either way, even if there is some wet snowflakes mixing in, again, with temperatures only going down to the mid-30s, there's no danger of anything sticking. And the next day, we're going to warm up quite nicely again anyway, so anything that would fall, again, just not going to have a chance to stick by any means. Continue to put this into motion. High pressure takes charge for Friday and Saturday, but by the time the weekend comes to an end with Sunday, we've got another big storm system moving in that could dump a little bit of rain over us again. And then beyond that, we've got even some bigger systems here potentially in the works. So again, an active period setting up for us. Temperatures. Let's talk about temperatures over the next couple of weeks. Again, we got a couple of really nice days shaping up. Temperatures in the mid 60s this afternoon ultimately. Going to be absolutely beautiful. Cold front moves through tonight, and we'll fall down just a little bit with temperatures into the mid to upper 50s tomorrow. That's still pretty nice for this time of the year, but it is a bit below normal. In fact, if we just take a look at our model output statistic data from the GFS model, we can take a look at the Climo column and get our averages 61 and 38 here, average around the Huntingburg Airport. If we go up, we can take a look at Evansville. Indianapolis averaging 55 and 34, Evansville averaging 61 and 38, Bloomington 57, 35. So again, you get the idea as we take a look at this. We're going into a little bit of a below normal pattern as you head out into the picture a little bit. Next week, early next week, we get into a nice warm up. Warm front moves through. Again, there's that near 70-degree temperature that I was telling you about. It moves through and we're going back down to a below normal pattern, maybe a couple of days stuck into the 40s per the GFS ensembles here, before it starts to flatten out and even up maybe just a little bit. So certainly not a massive above normal long-term type of warm-up, but we'll get a couple of nice days in there before we end up having to go into a little bit of a below normal pattern again. Nothing that supports a major snow though. So the almanac lovers, I know I've had a couple of people ask the question, well, what about that big storm system it shows for next week? Well, the almanac's probably going to blow it up and be wrong. It's going to be the chance of severe weather if it's anything. But again, it looks like it's going to be more of a rain thing, more of a cloudy day to keep the thunderstorms really in check. So it will be a pretty big storm system, but just not in the way that the almanac was wanting to show it. All right, so that's kind of the bottom line with that. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Go to southernindianaweather.com and let's take a look at your 10-day forecast. 66 for your high today, mostly sunny skies, warm and pleasant, just a beautiful day. Get out and enjoy it. Hey, we go up 59, maybe even 60 in some isolated spots tomorrow. It's going to be a pretty nice day even with that cold front having moved through. Slight chance of some showers later in the afternoon on Monday, but again, it's only a 20% chance, nothing big. Warm up then takes hold. Tuesday we go up to about 61 with some scattered showers. Wednesday, again, up to 69. If we can get any breaks in the cloud cover at all, 70 is easily obtainable that day. If we stay cloudy most of the day, we may end up being 65 to 69. It's still going to be a warm day no matter how you check it. Again, a good chance of some rain and thunderstorms that day. Breezy as well. Southwest winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. That's really going to bring that warm temperatures in, and it's going to be a pleasant day. But because of the cloud cover, it's, again, severe weather looks in check at this point. We'll keep an eye on it. After that cold front moves through, we only drop down to the mid 50s for Thursday. Still not a bad day with an isolated shower. Again, there's that chance of a rain-snow mix late on Thursday night into Friday morning, but hey, we're only dipping down to 36 for the low, so it's nothing to worry about. And again, I would err more on the side of rain than I would snow at this point. It's just worth mentioning because it's in the modeling, but again, rain looks more likely to me. Cold on Friday, though. Either way you cut it, only up to 47 for your high, and then we get a slow warming trend after that with another big system moving in next Sunday. So it's kind of the way things are shaping up at this point, folks. Bottom line, get out and enjoy it today while you can, folks. Absolutely beautiful skies out there. We'll have some high, thin clouds moving in, but nothing too bad. Get out and enjoy it. That's it for this long-range update, folks. I'm meteorologist Michael Wilhite for Southern Indiana Weather. Have a great day, folks, and we'll see you soon.